Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you or a loved one has suffered a stroke, then today's episode is just for you. Recovery isn't about what you do once in a while. It's about what you're doing repetitiously. You're taking those small steps and you're repeating them every day. But let's face it, it's hard to stay motivated. I have my days too. But with this one, you're going to track your progress. You're going to see every little win that you have, and that's going to keep you motivated. And that's why I created the recovery tool. And you can get that in the link in my bio or the link in the comments for those that don't want to wait. And here's where the tracker makes all the difference, because you're going to have an easy daily checklist that's going to remind you to drink your water, do your exercises, write down one emotion for the day. How are you feeling inside and out? And then breathing. So many people forget, breathe. Sometimes you just have to breathe through it. The reminders, safety first. Do most of your exercises sitting down, and make sure you have a phone close to you, especially if you're by yourself. The next one is progress and gratitude. Your journaling is just as important as your exercises. Uplifting affirmations. You got to keep this happy and positive, because without that, the rest of the stuff is just motions, and sometimes it's not in a good way. Um, Everything was designed for stroke recovery. Hello, I am a stroke survivor. I am a warrior, is what I am. And I had my stroke on January 11th of 2025. And now I am totally independent. I drive, I take care of myself, I take care of my dogs, I clean my house, and all of that stuff because I kept at my exercises. Even rolling my ankles while I was laying in bed, or stabilizing my leg. Um, Doing leg lifts in bed and the ankle circles, that's where I really thrived after I figured out that move my foot with my hand. If I can't do it with my mind, move it with my hand. So it remembers what I'm supposed to be doing. And it's not just a tracker, it's your companion, because any questions you have, or if you feel like you're not doing something right, you can send me a message. I'll be happy to help you. I know a lot of people go to PT, excuse me, and I did too. But I also asked my physical therapist, what kind of things can I do at home? Because this is twice a week. And my insurance did pay for part of it, but I was having to come out of pocket $100 a session. And when you're only working part time, you can't be spending money like that when you can do a lot of the stuff at home. So we came up with a system of doing things. I had a stationary bike at home that I used to warm up my legs. And most people struggle with rebuilding their strength, their confidence, and the routine after a stroke. So you might be asking yourself, am I really getting better? And how do I keep track of all the habits and exercises I'm supposed to do every day? And how do I stay positive when I'm going through all of this? You know, it's overwhelming. And when you miss a day, you feel like you're falling behind, but you're really not. Because believe it or not, every little thing that you do, you still incorporate it in your daily routine. And I know it doesn't feel that way, but it is. I mean, look at me. I was doing finger taps every day, and I thought, yeah, this isn't doing anything. But guess what? My hand went from this to this in a week's time, because I kept practicing and I kept up with what I'm supposed to be doing. Recovery isn't about what you do once in a while. It's about what you're doing repetitiously. You're taking those small steps and you're repeating them every day. But let's face it, it's hard to stay motivated. I have my days too. But with this one, you're going to track your progress. You're going to see every little win that you have, and that's going to keep you motivated. And that's why I created the recovery tool. And you can get that in the link in my bio or the link in the comments for those that don't want to wait. So, if you are ready to take back control of your life, or you want to celebrate with somebody that you know has had a stroke, then get the stroke recovery habit tracker. It's going to help everything move along so easily. And if something isn't there that you need, let me know. DM me. I will be happy to adjust it for you or send you the template so that you can adjust it to your routine. And I wish you the best of luck. I'm here for you. As one stroke survivor to another, you're only stoppable by your own mind. So be unstoppable today. And now I'm going to show you the tracker. So it has, today's date, um, the mini habits, journal one emotion, drink your water, do 1 minute of mindful breathing. It tells you how to do it. And then turn around and look in the mirror and smile at yourself. So that way you have all of your mobility things. I'm trying to think what's one thing that all of these are sitting down. You don't have to worry about getting up or falling down or anything like that. Um, the next one is the progress, writing what you noticed improved. And then finally, the affirmations. I am capable of progress every single day. And it's true. Everybody is capable. I don't care if you're still laying in bed. There is, you know, there's got to be something that's going to get better every day. Again, here's the next day you can write down the second day of mobility, marching in place, flexing your wrist, um, and doing 5 sets on each hand. Because just because your unaffected hand may be fine, it's going to get sore from doing so much that your affected hand used to do. So be sure and work both sides. Again, smiling at yourself, because you know what? You're doing this for you. You're not doing this for anybody else. You're doing this for you. Everybody else will adjust. So there's 30 days of mobility. Um, I think this is day 5. You're finally standing up and you're pushing away from the wall. So make sure that you have something on either side to make sure that you stay stable. Your cane right there or a walker. That's really what I suggest, putting a walker in front of you before you push away from the wall. That will keep you from falling down. And as always, make sure you have your buddy or you have a phone with you in case something happens. So I had the stationary bike at home to warm up my legs and my arms, and I did that first. I do that first. I do that 3 times a week now, not every day. But even as recovered as I feel like I am, there's still days I get out of bed and I'm like, oh, that doesn't feel good. And after I walk and after I warm up my muscles, things start to fall back into place and I feel a lot better. It's just like going to the gym. Nobody wants to do it, but once they're in there and they get started, they feel a whole lot better, and you're going to feel a whole lot better inside and out. Are you ready to turn your daily challenges into wins? Celebrate the progress and reclaim your hope. Then you need to start the daily routine that I came up with. I'm going to show you just how powerful it is to celebrate every win, making your recovery easier and safer and more inspiring no matter what stage you are on your journey.